Hi everyone, I'm just jumping on really briefly tonight. Just wanted to thank people for comments and messages yesterday after my video, and to reassure people I really am fine. I know there's been a lot of the headlines about the suicide of Caroline Flack, and I mentioned yesterday about my friend's anniversary, who also completed a suicide many years ago. And I am really fine, and hand on heart, I am not happy that he's gone, but I'm very at peace. I'm very at peace with that. It was 14 years ago, but I'm very at peace with that. And in fact, my belief is that everything is energy, and if everything is energy, as the scientists tell us, then nothing can be destroyed. It can only be transformed. And in that respect, I just wanted to tell you a little story about my friend who had passed over, and how I believe that we can still speak to those people. That I believe that they can send us messages, but we have to ask for the messages. And if this resonates with you, great. And if this upsets you in any way, please turn off. I don't want to upset anyone. But I remember many years ago, I was out getting some kind of therapy. I went out to some girl's house to get some kind of treatment, and it really wasn't that far from home, but it was kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I really didn't know where it was. And on top of that, my car seemed to be having a leak coming from somewhere, and I didn't know where it was coming from. And I seemed okay at the time, but then I found myself getting stressed as the time went on. So I went and had the session at this lady's house and came out of that. And sometimes you can feel a little strange when you come out of these sessions. And I just wanted to get home. And then I noticed a lot of liquid under the car, and I started to panic. And I pulled in at a petrol station again. I wasn't really sure of the area. Pulled in at this petrol station and filled up my little water thing in the car. And I thought maybe it's just that there's a wee hole in the water thing. It's no big deal. And drove off, and again there was this huge puddle of stuff underneath the car, and it looked a bit like oil. So then I started really panicking, and I was just like, oh my god, just get me home. I didn't have the AA thing, and I didn't have the RIC breakdown cover. It was years ago, and I started getting really panicky. And I just right, just get me home safe and sound, and then we can figure out about the car then. And I was just in a bit of a state of panic. The mindset wasn't in the right place. And basically what I would do is that I asked for signs from the universe, and I also asked for signs from people who have passed over. And I just happened that day, I happened to be speaking to my friend. For some reason he came into my head. And as I was driving along, panicking, just having no idea where I was, and so therefore having no idea how long it was going to take me to get home, and how long the car was going to drive without, in my mind, it was now going to blow up on me, and I didn't know what was going on. And I just remember then very strongly just saying, right, his name was Finn. I says, Finn, please show me a sign that I'm okay, that I'm on the right road, that I'm safe, that all is well. Show me a sign, please. And literally, it must have been about 10 seconds after me saying that, I was driving down this little road, and I just turned to the right hand side, and there was like this little house sitting. There wasn't a lot of houses because it was in the country. There was this little house just sitting there, and it had the driveway with two walls sort of, coming out. And on the wall it had a name plaque. And it was a really big name plaque. And a lot of houses I know don't have names on the houses. I don't know if yours does. It's not a common thing. And in really, really, really big writing, and a big massive plaque, it had the word Austin on it. And when I saw it, I'm smiling now because I remember smiling. I just went, and I breathed a sigh of relief, and I smiled to myself. And the reason being is that was his surname. So I asked him for a message. I asked him for a sign that everything was all right. And within seconds, I saw his surname sitting at this house. And what that did was that got me to calm down, and I actually laughed, and I thanked him for the sign, and I felt I was on the right road. And to be honest, I can't even remember what happened after that. I got home safe and sound, I know that, and I don't think there was a big deal with the car. So it's just that idea of some people find comfort from that, and for some people it might not be the thing for them to do, but I certainly do. Sometimes I'll ask my loved ones that are passed for signs. Sometimes I will just ask the universe for signs. Um, but it can be very comforting for people, and certainly when he passed, I would have asked for signs to show me that he was here, to show me that he was about, or that he was okay, and just little things would happen for me, and they were very personal, and that's how you know it is a sign that it's personal for you, and it means something to you. So I just wanted to share that little story to let everybody know I'm fine, that I do believe energy just transforms. Yes, we can go through grieving processes, and it can be very tough. Um, but certainly I'm okay, and I'm at a point where I can think very fondly of him and laugh when I think of the little signs and things that have happened. So maybe it's something you do if you ever ask for signs or you get them. Would love to see your comments. And if you've never asked for a sign, maybe you can practice on asking for a sign, either for a loved one or from the universe. So that's it. I'll just leave you with that, and I'll talk to you all again soon.